Hi guys, welcome to Toe to Toe Boxing. Absolute pleasure and honour to get the first ever guest on the channel, Louis Greene. Louis, how are you?
I'm doing very good, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you being the first guest.
It's great to be the first guest. Thanks for asking me, mate. I feel very privileged.
It's brilliant. So, for those of you that don't know Louis, Louis's got 21 fights, 17 wins, career highlights as Southern Area champion, defended the belt, and an incredible Commonwealth run as well when he won the belt away from home in Aberdeen and then defended it in Dundee 6 months later. But yeah, first things first, let's get into it. What is your earliest memory of boxing and what brought you into the sport?
My dad's dad was a good boxer over in Ireland, and then my dad, growing up around my mum and dad's house, there was always photos of my dad when he boxed, was when he was a youngster, when he was a kid. It was always on the TV. So from really small, my dad was always punching and messing about me as a kid. So that's my youngest memories of boxing, being really small. Yeah.
Brilliant. And you had a good amateur career winning various titles and the Haringey Box Cup in 2012, stopping all your opponents. At what point did you think about turning pro? Was the time you turned pro always the plan?
No, there was a fella called Sandy Ridley. I don't know if you've heard him. If you type him in, you're a big name in the boxing. And he used to come down the gym and watch us train and stuff. And he mentioned turning pro quite early because I used to, as an amateur, used to knock a lot of people out as an amateur. And then I had some time out the gym. I didn't go in the gym. I was a little bit being a boy at an age is off the rails a little bit, like misbehaving. And then I went down the gym and he gave me a real bollocking. So I stayed in the gym and I racked up a load of knockouts. I won the Haringey, I knocked everyone out in the Haringey, and then I won one of them belts and stuff. The novices, I was doing really well. I was just stopping everyone. And after my last fight, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to turn over.
Brilliant. It's quite unusual to stop as many opponents as what you did in the amateurs.
Yeah, I've got the 20. I think I had 27 amateur fights, but I had 12 of them stopped. But I had 18 fellas hit the floor in the amateurs. I knocked a lot of people down and out. Yeah.
Why do you think it's so unusual to sort of get a stoppage in the amateurs?
I don't know, not anymore. Because I mean, the referees are stepping in over the tiniest things, but I think it's how you stop people. I mean, a lot of the people they hit the deck, they went down, boom. So them stoppages, I think, are difficult because you're in head guards, you've got 12-ounce padded gloves on, but I was still able to knock people out cold as an amateur, which is quite yeah. Yeah.
So the Medway Mauler is a very appropriate name for your fan-friendly fighting style. How did that name come about?
My favourite fight is Jack Dempsey, and it's called the Manasseh Mauler. And when I was in the amateur gym, they all had their own nicknames, and one of them said in there, he comes forward like he's mauling you, and someone said the Medway Mauler, and it just stuck. And I'm pleased. I wouldn't want another nickname.
It definitely suits you for sure.
Yeah, good.
Your record is as real as they come. How do you reflect on it currently, and how did it make you feel?
It's a good question. I wouldn't change anything about my record because there's a lot of things that people are doing now where they're saying, "Oh, I'm taking hard fights," and it's well, if you look at the likes of the fella Sam Meginan, he's been doing that for years. He's been fighting anyone and everyone at the drop of an hat, regardless of how much money. Now people will only fight people when there's ridiculous amounts of money on the line, and you have men like Sam Eggington, and I used to watch him before I turned pro. He's younger than me. He'd fight anyone, and I admired that. So when I turned professional, I didn't want a record of 20-0 and 19 journeymen. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I think you've done it the proper way for sure. I'm pleased you said Sam Eggington because he is my favourite fighter. For
And
all the reasons you said, he's done it the proper way. And I think there's a bit of a stigma around keeping that O for as long as possible. Um, what do you think, like getting a loss? How does that improve you as a fighter?
I think it all depends on how you lose. Some people cripple themselves with it, and it depends on who you lose to. If you fight 15 journeymen and then you step up your game and you lose, um, people think that when you're fighting, you're tested. You're not tested against someone who's there to lose on purpose. You know, you're not tested. You're tested when you're getting hit, you're cut, or you get knocked down, or you're hurt, you're winded, you whatever. Someone's fighting back and they're throwing things at you. That's when you're tested as early as possible. I think you have to learn, especially as a pro, because you're in 8-ounce gloves or 10-ounce gloves. So when you've got someone who wants it just like you want it, and they're fighting back, and you're cut, you're bleeding, and you're getting as good as you're giving. That tests what kind of man and fight you're going to be. And then you look at Sam Egan, and you can see that he's been in some real battles. That man.
100%, definitely. Is there a particular fight you're proud of?
Yeah, there's the second fight I went to Poland. Um, that's a very big fight for myself there. That one.
So what is it like to travel overseas as an away fighter? Does it bother you?
Not really. I've never really thought about it, to be fair. People ask me questions about what's it like when you're in the hotel. Do you feel anything in the hotel? But I don't really feel. Um, I've never really been someone who feels really much of anything, to be fair. You know, when I've been asked and I think about it. So no, I don't really feel anything, to be honest. If I'm honest with you, when I'm over there.
That's good. I think probably it's all in the mindset, isn't it?
It's exciting because you're away, you're against everything, and you know that you have to knock them out. So it's a bit of a thrill. It's exciting. Everything stacked against you, and that's when you really find out what you're going to do and who you are. I think.
So when you went out to Poland,
Mm.
was there any talks for the fight after that? I know you went out twice, but was there anything sort of promised to you off the back of those fights, which is why you sort of came out and knocked them both out? Did you go out there for a reason?
To win, to win, just to have a good fight, because both the boys was unbeaten. One of them was 18-0. And the other one was, I think he was 13-0.
Yeah,
So they were both coming off big knockout wins. I know one of them was Keith Thurman's sparring partner, and so I'd just come off of both at them times. I'd just come off of a loss. So rather than go and get a warm up and things, I just thought, no, I'm going to go straight back in and set the record straight for myself against two real top lads. And then one of them it was my first fight at the weight above. That
right.
the second Polish fight. So yeah, that's basically why the phone rang, and I thought, yeah, I fancy that.
I think that's great. I think obviously when you get a loss, you could have like a warm up fight after to get back into things, but I think to go back in with a solid opponent is great.
Yeah, I agree. I think it done me the world of good, and I wouldn't do it any other way.
That's brilliant. So you won the Commonwealth title in Aberdeen away from home, beating Dean Sutherland in his backyard in Aberdeen. Then went to Dundee 6 months later to defend it against Paul Keane. Talk us through that run.
Well, I lost the scarf. I lost Larry's scarf at Wembley, welterweight, and then I obviously went to Poland the second time. about 4 weeks later after the loss, and then come back, got a call to fight Dean, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get this. And then I went out there. The atmosphere was great, and then got the win. But you can't watch the fight anywhere, which I'm gutted about. And then
Yeah, I've tried to find it.
no, you won't. I asked for it. I asked them for it. It was recorded, but I don't know why. You just can't watch it. I've got one pic. I've got a couple of pictures from it. That's about it. But the fight would have showed how the fight went. It was a good fight. And then got the contract was to go back and fight Paul afterwards, which was another good fight. He was good.
I think that's brilliant. So you sort of had no opportunity to sort of defend it on home soil.
I got asked to fight. I can't remember who they asked me to fight. Someone else made a phone call, but we're contracted in to fight away. I've not actually been an home fighter. I don't think for a long time. I've always been, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I like the thrill of it. You know, I get the only feel I get when you ask me about what does it feel like. The only feel I get is like a real vicious adrenaline rush. You know, I would like an addiction to having the odds stacked against you. It's a real good feeling.
That's brilliant. And because you've been away so many times now, does that sort of give you more confidence as well? Like, is it you go away once and win, you want to go back away again?
No, I've never really. I get people ask me like these sort of questions. I don't really think about it because I know that when I'm called over there, if you want to look at it and I'm quite blunt. You get blunt about things. You're going over there so that someone can beat you up and make you look silly, and they make themselves look really good. And you're brought in either late notice. A lot of these fights, the fighters are brought in late notice. They're not in shape or whatever. So when I'm asked to go away, I know that I'm supposed to be beat up really badly, but my mind tells me different.
Yeah, I think that's a great mindset to have. Must sort of really, yeah, really fire you up.
Yeah, it's exciting because I know that obviously later on when you look back at things like when I've travelled around to a lot of places and you go and have a real good hard punch out, it's a really good feeling.
I can imagine the adrenaline's something else.
It's undescribable. People always ask about it, and I say I can never describe. Some people wouldn't want to do it, wouldn't like the feeling of it, but I suppose that's why we're all a bit mad because we all love it, you know.
I think top respect, anyone that fights for a living, top respect.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you still get the same buzz now when you walk to the ring as you did on your debut?
Yeah, I get probably more of a buzz because on your debut, it's like you're not really paying attention. It sounds mad, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. Whereas now I do. But in Saudi Arabia, when I walked out there, my dad was saying to me, "I want you to walk out. I want you to really take it in." And I was looking around, thinking, "Cool." When I was in Poland the first time, that was brilliant. I walked out. I didn't expect it to be how it was. Like I looked round at everyone there. It was packed. I thought, "God, this is brilliant." Really, like adrenaline was rushing, music playing, and that it was really good. Yeah.
That's amazing. Were you the headline in Poland?
No, no. I think I was the co-main event. I think both times.
Awesome. And what was your experience like in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. See, a lot of people ask me that as well, and I say I can't function in them surroundings because I'm there to have a straightener with someone. That's what's going through my mind. I'm there to have a punch up. So when you're looking around, like people are going, "Oh, that looks nice over there," and I think, "Yeah, yeah," but I'm not paying attention to it. I've got in my head, I've got something to do, and where a lot of people was the things that was being said leading up to the fight, I was so fixed on getting the job done, I just couldn't concentrate on anything. But from what I remember, it was great.
It definitely was. I can remember actually. So I just got home from work and you were both in the ring ready to go. I went upstairs to get changed and the fight was already over by the time I was back down. So I didn't see it live.
Oh, you didn't get to see it. Apologies.
Obviously, I've seen it since, but yeah, I went upstairs to get changed as you were beginning and it was already over.
Oh,
But yeah, is it so when you've got a big fight week going on like that, is it really hard to take everything in and sort of savor it when your main focus is just getting in the ring at the end of the week?
so it can be because you know that you've got a lot of things to do. You know you're gonna be asked to go here and you're gonna be asked to do this and whatever, and like you learn to just as much as a lot of fighters don't. Like I was never one for interviews and things. I never really liked it. But you have to, and it turns out that I don't give a bad interview. I've been told. So you learn to just enjoy it and go with it, and it's just part of the job outside the fighting. But every fighter would rather just fight. You'd rather just get in there and do that. You don't want to stand there talking rubbish to each other. And some people might, I don't know, it's down to them, but um, you get used to it.
I can imagine. So what can we expect from you going forward? What you have you got any ambitions you would like to achieve?
At this precise moment, my goal is to just get a fight because I've had a bit of a palaver with it all, and I was going to knock it on the head. Um, so now my goal at the minute, my ambition is to just come back and have a fight and come in smashing, and then I'm going to move on from there. That's my goal at the moment. Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't knock it on the head. There's plenty of great fights left for you, I believe. Is there anyone you would like to fight next?
No, I get that. I've had that question asked to me from the beginning of my boxing career, to be fair, and I don't really think about anyone in specific. Um, I just fight whoever I fight. There's nothing specific about anyone or anything. It's just this is this, and that's pretty much that, and that's what I'll do.
That's fair enough. Yeah, we can't wait to see you back in the ring anyway, whenever that may be.
No, I can't wait to get cracking with it again, mate. I'm trying to keep a bit of a lid on everything at the minute, but I'm clucking inside to get back and get smashing again there.
That's fair enough. All in good time.
All in good time. You're right, mate. Patience.
Is there anyone specifically of that you is there any fights you would like to rematch or anything you would like to sort of avenge?
Um, not necessarily in a manner that because every fighter feels competitive in a manner that you don't ever want to lose or
Hmm,
you can't. Losing is a very difficult thing, but to me it depends how you lose. You know, um, I just want to come back and be in some cracking fights and rack up my highlight reels and get my fight career back on stage while I'm in my prime. So while I'm a young man, is I have a very good career now outside of the boxing. So, but my main focus is the boxing. I want to get cracking with that, and I want to get right back in the mix and have a few smash ups and a few more scars on my face before I retire. Yeah.
we can't wait to see it.
No, that's lovely to hear because I can't wait to be right back doing it.
I think a fight I would like to see actually. I don't know if it would make sense right now, but I would like to see you rematch Harry Scarf.
Would you really? Yeah.
I would, yeah, I would.
He's a very, very good fighter. I mean, he just lost to Conor Walker. He's another one. Conor Walker's another hard man. A very good fighter. I think he was losing every round, and then all of a sudden he pulled a shot out of the bag. Harry was boxing. He was boxing so well. He was hands down. Looked really good. A very, very, very good fighter, Harry. I think he needs more opportunities. That boy, because he's game as they come as well. He'll fight anyone. Very very hard man.
Most definitely. Most definitely. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And I wish you all the best for what you've got planned. And yeah, look forward to any fight announcements.
Thank you very much for having me on. It's been great to talk to you. The questions are brilliant as well. So I look forward to speaking to you again in the future. So now your first one on, then you can have me back later, hopefully.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Maybe we could get something in, yeah, whenever you want.
It's whenever you want. You're the boss, mate. You just send me a message and we'll sort it out.
That'd be brilliant. Thank you. And I think you're a great role model for the sport as well.
Oh, thank
You
you
come
very much.
across great in interviews, and yeah, I wish you all the best.
Top man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Louis.
Take care, mate.